Hello everybody, we are pleased to be with you. This is your 10-point program, and today I'll be the hoster. I am Kelly Keranda Kabonika, and I'm so pleased. So today I'll be with my co-host Patrick. He's not used to sit there. How do you feel, Patrick?
Well, Kelly, I'm feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not one of my hobbies to be a guest, but I try my best.
He's always the hoster. So, how are you, Patrick?
I'm good.
Great.
Yes, I'm really fine, and appreciate to be in this place. So I will maybe discover what I can do, like apart from being the host.
Great, you're welcome. And we are with a guest, but she's no longer a guest, I think. Now she has become a regular for me in this program, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you
Alexandra.
for inviting me again.
We're so pleased to have you.
Thank you.
And feel comfortable, feel at ease.
Yeah, like at home.
Yes, great. Okay, today we are going to discuss about a very new topic. We are not used to that here in Burundi. We see that in movies. Well, yes, in movies we see that when people get married, they go to the honeymoon after the wedding reception. So today we are going to talk with my guests. Is really honeymoon important? Does honeymoon have benefits for the newlyweds? Let me ask my guests what they think about that. And let me start by our newlywed, Patrick.
Well, it's okay. I was about to say, I'm afraid you don't understand why you start by me, but it's
Because you're newlywed.
Okay, I understand. Because ladies first. That's what we learned from our childhood. But anyway, let me go ahead. The question is?
The question is, for you, what does it mean, honeymoon?
Okay, well, in your introduction, you said that it's something that we watch from movies. Of course, that's true, but I guess, I do believe, I'm witnessing as well, that many people, even Burundi, they do it. Even the country, you know, they have the honeymoon. So for people who don't understand what is honeymoon, it's the time that comes after people tying the knot. When people get married, just, you know, after the day of their wedding, then they go somewhere, they enjoy, they have fun, and in fact, it didn't come from here. I mean, it's not, you know, in the Burundian culture. That's a tradition from Scandinavia. It's a Scandinavian practice that was done by people who tied the knot. They did that, just as you can understand, it's a compound noun, honey and moon. So it's just that month after the wedding, and there is honey here. And honey is an alcoholic drink that they had so as maybe they improve their capacity of having the conception. So I see this is not from Burundi, but something from outside. I'm talking here from a perspective of etymology. Then I'm trying to go to the core of the idea, I mean the source of the word honeymoon. But I guess here also it's done by people nowadays, because you see we are evolving with the world, with these upcoming events. People are, you know, getting interconnected all over the world, so people tend to be the same nowadays. Okay.
Let's hear about Alexandra. Does honeymoon exist in your culture, in Ukrainian culture?
Yeah, in our culture it exists, and I didn't know that it's from Scandinavia. Now I know and understand why, because there's a really cold and they go somewhere to be in warm. And now I understand why in Burundi there's not in a culture, because you're always in warm, you're always on honeymoon. Really.
Oh, I like your sense of humor.
Thank you. And really, a lot of Ukrainians go for honeymoon. It's not only about to be together. Of course, it's the first, just to be only like a couple together, without anyone else, without the friends who will just come to you to greet you again and again and again. We, in our culture, you know, we, after wedding, we go to honeymoon tomorrow, just after dating, because if we will stay, one friend, another friend, the relatives, and wedding will be 2 weeks. Yeah, and like you said, Patrick, the honeymoon is the main thing is to make kids. Because really a lot of kids were born after the honeymoon. It's just to enjoy each other and enjoy the places where you are. You know, even if people in Ukraine, some of them, they don't have enough money to go somewhere abroad. They go to the small village. There, no one can find them, just to be together, to be and enjoy each other without anyone. And this is very important.
I'm afraid I will not agree with what Alexander is saying, that because of the honeymoon, because of the happiness of honeymoon, even the rest of your life will be fantastic. You know, sometimes you can encounter, you know, life is made by ups and downs, so it depends upon the way you manage. So if you're not able to manage your problems, your obstacles that you encounter in your life,
it's their believing.
It's her opinion, of course.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about opinion.
I really, you know, that I don't believe in such a thing. About the walls, we were talking about that. And even if you promise to be all life together, it cannot happen. I just say that it's in tradition, the beginning will symbolize the next marriage life. Of course, there's a lot of upset and something can go wrong, but it's just like believing.
Believing, but you don't believe in that. Okay, all right, come on.
Okay. So let me come to the second question. Why should the newlyweds take the honeymoon? Why should they go to the honeymoon? According to you?
For the first, they should have rest after wedding. Because we know all to prepare the wedding, to do that, and to be on wedding for whole day. For me, I didn't do that. It was half of the day, and I was relaxing, because for me, wedding is about the new married people, not about the guests. Of course about the guests, but a lot of people think that wedding is for guests only, and for new married, that is like work. They should work, greet everyone, smile, dance, I don't know, do some traditions, rituals, or something like that. For me, it wasn't like that. I said, no. It's my holiday. It's my day, and I want to be relaxed there. Of course, I organized everything for that day to be relaxed and to enjoy the day, not to work. But the prepare of the wedding, it's really big job, really. And I know that especially women are very tired about that. That is why the honeymoon is to, of course, first to enjoy each other, then you have time. Because after that, the work, kids, something, it's not so just to be together, just two of you. And to enjoy the love, the sex, something just to talk a lot. But the second time is to have rest after wedding. Really, that's very important. To just have rest.
Patrick, tell me, according to you, are there benefits behind taking honeymoon?
Of course, you know, any activity that is done with the right purpose, at the end of the day, you get also positive results. So if you go to honeymoon with your wife or your husband, and you had you know, a nice plan, you had, you know, something, a great calendar of what you're gonna do, then it will definitely or eventually give you positive results. Then you find benefits. But the problem is that, you know, mostly when people are going to enjoy each other, they are having fun, so they tend to make love several times. You know, as much as they can, sometimes they even go beyond. as if something, of course, it's good. I know it's good, but don't you know that sometimes he has some bad consequences? Are you aware of it?
Sorry?
You keep this part. Sorry, let me tell you something, Kelly. You know, like the scientists, you know, advise people to. You guys. How many times? Like, let me tell you something. There are people who say, like, listen carefully, please.
Sorry.
So, let me tell you something. There are people, when they're about to get married, you know, there is this too much attraction between people about to get married. And when they do that, when they tie the knot, then they are free to do whatever they want. It's allowed by the church, by the government. Then they can do it as many times as they can. Like they can be together and they enjoy each other, as you were saying. Then you find the people, there's what we call, the people who say that in French, matin, midi, soir. You see. And then what I was about to tell you is this, the danger of the honeymoon is there's a disease that they call honeymoon disease, or cystitis itself. So the fact of having sex several times, then you are, you know, leading yourself to that disease. You see, maybe I don't think it's a very dangerous disease, but you understand that, you know, honeymoon can cause sometimes, you know, feeling not good, and your health is, you are jeopardizing yourself in one way or another. So at some point, I guess it's not bad, but when you do it without a very tight calendar, when you do it without a very nice schedule of how you're gonna spend all the time, you manage all your time.
But Patrick, let me stop you. You can't have a calendar for.
Of course. Why not?
Some people have calendar for that. Only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Is enough, Patrick?
Of course. Why not? Like, you see. So, according to me, I give you also another maybe disadvantages. Of course, sometimes people tend to enjoy a lot, and sometimes it's even, you know, it comes down to communication. To other times of intimacy between the partners.
Intimacy is not just sex.
Of course, that's what
should know that.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Of course,
you have to discuss, to discover each other.
To discover each other, really.
Not only
to understand how you will be together, maybe to talk about their future life, how you will be living, and everything like that. It's not only about sex, but about sex is always the choice of the people. Don't get you tired. Of course, you can die even about the sex, like heart attack and goodbye on honeymoon. But really, it's your choice. You can do it all day or just then.
All day? Are you serious?
You can also do your hobbies together.
Yeah, something like that. To understand, because the people, the couple, a lot of them now in our tradition, in European tradition, there's people live together before marriage. But here I know that is not possible. Like you are not doing that. Even me, I didn't do that. I was living with my ex-husband only after marriage. But this is the honeymoon, is the first step to live together. And you can talk about, discuss who would do in something. Like on honeymoon, I said to my ex-husband that I never wash dishes. I hate that. He said, okay, I will. Something like that, you know, the details of the living together. And just in honeymoon, it's really good to do because you're relaxed and just good, not concentrated, not like in working time, going somewhere. You have a lot of time to talk about everything. Of course, you talk about that before marriage, but now you are together and living together in the honeymoon.
And you have started a journey.
Yeah, the journey, your journey together. That is why it's just really good time to discover really each other, to understand more. Of course, then you go to marry, you know the people But you think, after then you start to live together, it can change, something can change. But it's life. That is why honeymoon is really important. Don't go to tiredness. Why? Tired? Relax.
Yes.
Go to swim.
Discuss about your expectation from one another.
Yeah. That's very important. And it's very good to do in the relaxed atmosphere, like honeymoon. Not in the you go from job and your husband and you are tired in the evening to talk about what? To talk about how I'm tired? Really? And a honeymoon you can relax and talk about a lot of things.
Yeah, sure.
Let me ask you this. Is it better to have, here in Burundi, people like to have a big wedding reception. It has become even competition. Who has the best decoration? Who went to a beautiful place for the wedding reception? Who spent a lot of money doing that reception? Yeah, and between having a beautiful and huge and exquisite wedding reception and going to a beautiful place for honeymoon, what would you choose?
I would choose honeymoon. Of course, it's choice for everyone personally, but for me, honeymoon is more important than the wedding. Can be come with the relatives. Of course, if you can do the big wedding and the big honeymoon, it's
you have a choice between.
But if the choice, I will choose the honeymoon. Yeah, because for me, the wedding is only one day, but the honeymoon, it's like 1 week or 2 weeks, about a lot of emotions. To go somewhere, to look some places, to share the emotions with your husband or wife together, to see something new. And this is really, I just like to travel very much. And for me, it's always the memories, the emotions that will be with me all my life. I remember every country, every place that I go. And I remember honeymoon every day. And it was really good. And for me, honeymoon is more important because it's connection of two people. Wedding is for, like here, most of all, it's for the guests. Just to show them something. How can we do? But even in Ukraine, some people can take the credit for wedding, to do it big and beautiful. I never understood that, really, to take the credit for wedding. And after, so you are starting your marriage life from the credit?
From passive.
From yeah. Really, with the minus. Minus budget. Really, I don't understand that. So for me, it's honeymoon.
What about you, Patrick?
Well, at this point, I share, the viewpoint with Alexandra, because I do believe that honeymoon is more important than big wedding event. Since when you go to honeymoon, first of all, you travel, you discover new places, and you get to know some other people, some other maybe culture or behaviors. So you are like also, like helping your brain to relax. You not focus on your work, your job, as we said. So I guess, having honeymoon that is, well financed is much better, because you also go to beautiful places. For example, suppose you go to Ibiza, so you see, you go to
Zanzibar.
you see, Zanzibar here, even maybe some beautiful places, in the country. Then you see, I think it's much better to have a bigger honeymoon time than having a very big wedding. Of course, as she's saying, for the wedding, it's mostly for families, for people who come, but it's not really for the two persons about to start their new journey of life. And also for the honeymoon, you get time. You get time to not to know each other, because you knew each other since you were not living together, but you shared some moments, some time. But it's, of course, because they are arranged marriage. They are arranged marriage. People are finding their spouses by the help of others. Then that's that's the very wonderful moment to know each other. But for people who really get connected by themselves, who knew each other, without any help of another person, in that case, in that context, people they know each other. But of course, when you live together, you get to know each other more than before. So honeymoon is good, but the problem that I had even before, as I told you, the etymology of the word, you see, is that the time whereby you start, enjoying having mead. That's alcoholic drink. Alcoholic drink made by honey and water. So is you reproduce, you beget for a man and for a woman. So as you at the end of the day you give birth. So for me, I don't believe in that, because you can do that and not have that. So what it's, the Lord can create. We of course we are the creators. We are small gods, but we believe also in the power of the Most High, somebody who is supposed to create. So that's why I don't believe in those nonsense. So it's all about...
Excuse me for interrupting you. Maybe nowadays it's not the main thing. When you get married, it's not only to have kids.
Of course.
Yes. Today we're married because we love each other.
Of course.
Firstly.
Of course. Yeah, of course. That's why I was saying I wasn't for honeymoon. Because for me to like something, I start from the source of the thing. I don't just start from where people are doing that, but from the source. That's why, if I try to see the etymology, I'm telling myself, is it really relevant for us to do it? So, but if maybe we shifted from that paradigm of thinking, and now we are in another paradigm. I mean, we do it for having enough time to enjoy each other, to set projects for the new family. So that's really positive. I cannot say it's not good. So for me, it's also much better to have honeymoon than having a big event of wedding.
All right. So do you think it's possible to have honeymoon here in Burundi? Because Patrick, when you get married here in Burundi, your parents have to come the day after to see. They call it here in Burundi kushika murugo. It means that your parents or somebody that's the parents of the girl send somebody to see if their daughter is doing well in the new family. Okay. They must come. They have to come 2 days after the wedding, or even the very next day. So I wonder if here in Burundi it's possible to go somewhere, to have a trip.
Well, it's still possible. It's still possible, because in my humble opinion, it doesn't have to start just the day right after the one of marriage. It doesn't have to start. If you did it Saturday, it has to start on Sunday. So you can just leave the space of that day. So as parents come to see how their children, yes,
married
of course.
Children.
Oh, they are married children. Of course, they're still their children, of course. You see, you give them the chance, because we have our culture, of course. So if they come to see you, maybe then you can go on Monday. You prepare for the following day, not the same day. And we have also some other culture that, and you take that time. Maybe if you go for 1 month, you can decide to have a honeymoon during a whole month. So we have also another party called, I don't know how we can call it in English. We call it in Kirundi gutwikurura, in French lever de voile. It's as if parents are coming to see to ask.
They bring food. They bring something for the new couple. They want to help.
But the main purpose, the main target of that event is to ask whether the girl was virgin. Whether, you see,
but you haven't got
no
the
longer.
tradition. No longer. Like in the Muslim countries, they put the cover of the bed on the balcony for everyone to see the blood.
The blood.
Yeah, and if there's no blood,
Means
It's a shame for the
it's a
family.
shame. Yeah. It's
But
really
here in Burundi,
You don't
it's
do
no
that?
longer it's no longer for saying that the girl is a virgin or not.
There is still it depends of course because they are conservative families,
Maybe.
but of course they check that but it's no longer as before because they know many girls nowadays they
not virgin anymore.
they don't keep their their stuff.
That's another question.
That's another topic.
all right, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. But really, Patrick said true that it's not really so in hurry to be in hurry for the honeymoon, like the next day to go. For me, the next day I was going to honeymoon because I was tired about organization, and I understand that if I will not go the next day, I will not go because I will just lay down and don't stand up and say, I don't need that honeymoon, please give me the rest, and something like that. That is why I knew that it will be like that, so I booked the tickets the next day after wedding and we went there. So, but it's not really important which day. It can be the week after or something like that.
You can even go after years.
Yes.
Honeymoon.
Yeah. Some couples going after years for honeymoon. Some like for anniversary of the wedding or something like that, like the big date for the family. But it should be the kids, yeah, because the kids. But we have parents to help us sometimes with the kids because to go to honeymoon with kids, no. Not that option.
No longer honeymoon.
No longer honeymoons. Work for mom, as usual. So yeah, of course you can go on another day if you have the tradition of the parents who come. Yes, we have the tradition of the second day of marriage too, but it's like not whole day. After marriage, after wedding day, the next day we just sit with the small because the wedding is for a lot of people, like friends and friends and something like that. But the next day they sit and just share food with their close family. Only close family, but we've done it just before lunch, in the breakfast, we sit, and after that go to airport.
So would you advise Burundians to start thinking about having honeymoon?
Yes, of course, because it's a very good time. You will remember this all your life, and you will just sit in sometimes in the evening and say, oh, remember on our honeymoon there was something like that. Really, that's a very good time to enjoy each other and enjoy the nature, the warmness, the hugs, everything to share with your partner.
And we don't have to travel for having a beautiful honeymoon. We can even have beautiful honeymoon here in Burundi.
Of course, you can do that. That is not like to go somewhere very far. No, you can go somewhere where no one can find you. Just leave you alone. And some beautiful places. And in Burundi, there's a lot of beautiful places. So.
Okay. Thank you very much, Alexandra.
Thank you too.
Thank you also, Patrick. I think we come to the end now. It's time. Thank you for being a guest.
It was a pleasure, by the way.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So this is the end of your standpoint. Thanks for your attention. We hope you enjoyed as we did. We shall meet next time. Take care.